Hi, welcome back to my decorating series. We're gonna go inside to the seventh floor and have a tea room, shall we? I didn't really pick this room because Alice has been recently added to the game, but it was kind of fitting, you know? I actually didn't go with the original theme that I thought I would because I decided to do a little bit of inspiration digging, looking for tea room images, and ended up getting really inspired by a couple different ideas. I think the main one was a Japanese tea room, and then I remembered there was a Mulan tea table, and it just kind of grew from there. I actually was originally inspired by something that looked a little bit more French, like lots of flowers and very, plush and tufted furniture, wood and really ornate looking things. And so I kind of wanted to run with both of those ideas. But as I started looking at the room and the stuff, I was like, oh, I should start with, the seeing red, turning red. My son's going to give me a hard time when I tell him I can't remember if it's turning red or seeing red. And then Mulan. And then I was like, oh, yes. And now I also know there's tea stuff with Aladdin and carpets, and the little pillows with the Mulan tea table made me go, ooh, I have pillows and poofs and things like that. And then I was like, oh, I should still look at Beauty and the Beast. Not there yet, almost there. And found that little ottoman and found this little blanket with pillows, and then said, oh yeah, there's one entangled as well, so I'm gonna add that here in a minute too. And it just kind of evolved. Like, it just became this carpeted plush pillow poof, all the tea. Like, I was so obsessed with everything that I found to add to this room and just had a blast doing it. I considered adding that stack of carpets. I even thought about the rolled carpets, which I didn't put down because I decided not to use the stacked carpets. At the end, there's just no room for them. And then the rolled carpets are kind of the same boat. Realized for the first time that the Aladdin carpets are not all the same size, so I couldn't do a symmetrical thing with them. But I did find out that you can layer other carpets on top of the Mulan tea table carpet, because it's part of the table, so you can't actually put objects on it, but you can put carpets over it. So although we can't layer the rugs with each other, we can layer them on top of that particular object. I don't know if there are more objects like that, but like the reverse is true for the little tea sets that are in the corner. They have like the tea tray and the little carpet and pillows and stuff. If you put a carpet underneath those, the carpet that's with them disappears. So I couldn't layer those up, but like the fringies there kind of layer, which is nice. And then I was like, okay, I know I want plants in here. And then I know I want, that bamboo. Even though it's like pixely from Wreck-It Ralph, it's bamboo and it definitely fits the vibe in here. I wanted, things with long fronds, things that have kind of overflowing pots. And so like the little wicker plants, the hanging plants, the ones from the Ariel bundle. Oh my gosh, everything that I found to put in this room, I was just obsessed with. These bell flowers, I really liked them in here, and I ran with those. I thought I was going to do kind of a grid, and then here in a minute I'm going to get down on the floor and go, I don't know if I really like that as much. Oh yeah, and this is where I got even more obsessed. The lighting in this room, the vibe of this room just is so up my alley. I love it so much. Oh yeah, I did an angled thing with these vines, and it almost made it look like they were curved. And so I was really stoked about figuring out how to make that work out. Had to remove some of the baskets because I couldn't use the same ceiling tile for them, but that's okay. I still ended up, kind of symmetrical in a lot of ways, but not exactly symmetrical on every object, which I think is fine. It still kind of has a symmetrical vibe to it, but I was worried I was going to overdo it with these vines, but I don't care. Once I get down on the ground again and look at it, like if I look at it where I can't actually see the blank ceiling, just having all these vines just pleases me so much. Oh yeah, looking for last minute plants and stuff, trying to squeeze things into little nooks and crannies. And oh yeah, Princess and the Frog. This room has so many different aesthetics that go together. Like, they may not go together for everybody, but they go together for me. So I decided I didn't like the ones in the middle of the room. I felt like it might be kind of weird. And so I tucked them all against the walls or close to the walls or like little corners. And then I remember to look at the wicker stuff because wicker definitely fits with the vibe in here. And oh yeah, added another tea trolley. I wanted every teapot that was not humongous in this room. And of course I had to go to Scrooge's shop. There were things that I needed, specifically the bamboo. I needed the bamboo stuff. I wanted one in every corner. I liked the fact that they ended up being angled and not just square against the wall. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me happy. And then a little last minute lighting. Just, I actually didn't end up scrolling through every list like I usually do, because by the time I got to the end of this room, I was so happy with everything that I'd already done. There's probably things that I could add to this space, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to add too much, but also like, I still had to kind of look at stuff. I also have some rooms. I mean, I know this whole floor is planned at the moment. So some of the stuff that I could have put in here, I was like, nope, I'm saving that for a different room. Nope, I'm saving that for a different room. So I do a little bit of scrolling, seeing if I can tuck some more stuff in here. But, oh yeah, I thought a mortar and pestle would work. Like maybe you crush up some stuff to add to your tea. But, oh, last minute flowers. I kind of feel like I should add some more orchids. I really like how they looked, but I didn't have very many. And so maybe I'll get some more and put them in here. But yeah, I loved getting to use the poofs and the pillows and oh yeah, I added tiny chairs in case some of the tiny villagers wanted to come have tea as well. Although everything is close to the ground in here, so they could be here anyway. All right, let's go inside and check it out. We're on the 7th floor now. That's exciting. It's kind of crazy to be, this is the 20th space I've decorated for this series, and I am so pleased with this room. I'm pretty obsessed, honestly. Now that we have all these pillows and poofs and carpets and stuff, I have been wanting to do a room like this. I may do more than one room like this because I have an idea for a bedroom too, but I love that there's all of this plush seating. Like, it just feels like you just want to come in here and lounge and just drink your tea and read a book, have a chat. I love all of the aesthetics that are mixed together. We've got so many different vibes in here. And the night lighting, I don't know. There's just something about it that just makes me go, I would hang out here for hours. Like, I don't even know what I'd do. I would just want to be in this space all the time. It's so pretty. It's so up my alley. It realistically, like in real life, I couldn't have this in my home. Like, it isn't practical enough for like a room I would want to take care of. But if it was a place to go, yeah, I like the fact that, you know, I got to use these carpets and pillows from Tangled and Beauty and the Beast. And then I finally got to use these tea carts. I've been trying to stick them in every kind of loungy type room. But the vines hanging from the ceiling, the different plants go together. I finally got to use those lantern post or pedestal things. I finally got to use the windows. The only thing actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I would have preferred to have more windows in this room. I really like how the wallpaper feels in here because it feels like windows, but it's not. And because this is the central room, it doesn't make sense to put more windows in here. So I like the fact that it feels like windows, but it's not overly bright. And I can do some more bright stuff in the other rooms on this floor, but getting started on the 7th floor, and I'm excited for the rest of the spaces up here. That's it for today's decorating adventure. If you liked this video, a thumbs up is a great way to let me know, and a subscription will keep you up to date on my latest shenanigans. If you want to hang out with me live, I stream on YouTube and Twitch on Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I'll see you next time.